Sorry?
Bo, xana dang doon def fi séeréer.
Déedéet.
Tuutee des ñu teg ne yaa nga caalit de.
Déedéet caali moo de.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, Mr. Baaji.
Bismillah, Mr. Baaji.
Before we left for the break,
we
were talking about your conversation with the NIA Directorate.
About
how you wanted to run the organization during your tenure as Director General. And some of the things that were happening in the agency which you wanted to stop. So now let's take it from there. But in spite of what you told your colleagues, your agents at the NIA, unlawful arrests and detentions continued at the NIA. You would agree?
No, Mr. Baaji said, yen kuma kaunta ni la moli yin kacha NIA but kamol muda me an kwani luwa manta abe fana ibe mol tajiriya la je wotenten taje fo.
Tajiriya.
Yes. Brutality.
In fact, we have compiled a list of documented illegal detentions at the NIA.
And fanga kaito do kafunyo majang me alonko ba ko le me alonko kereje me alonko inisilo manta NIA.
And in your 1-year tenure
at
the NIA, a minimum of 50 people were detained unlawfully. Do you agree?
I'm not aware.
Can you tell us what procedures existed at the NIA in order to monitor the detentions of the people who were brought there?
Silang said, for isa phone NIA gero. Ikasila jumalel noma, ning kamala ko mol meke narije, kila kol ning ke noma sata. Ikasila jumalel ta.
I'll give you a reason why I said I wasn't aware.
Answer my question first. We would later come to your reasons. What procedures were in place to monitor detentions during your tenure?
Anyone that comes there We write down your name.
Adung ni betara dawo da walang koku ketela.
And if you were to go anywhere or if anything is to happen to you,
Mole bije member responsible nga.
there is someone there who is responsible.
Adu ni be bola je fana.
And if you are leaving the place too,
Ka sa fele.
we write it down.
Adu mole fana bije member responsible nga.
And there are people too who are responsible for that as well.
And that book would be a detention register, correct?
Obuko nying amunta bukule me alon ko ka fa detention register wala mol men katara moro kono je ka menu nata je ita tul ka safe men kono.
Ha.
Yes.
And have you ever monitored whether all the detentions that occurred during your time were lawful detentions?
Fo ite harje yesilo e harje woni talaban ka ko nyin ka no masada ka long mol men be yalon ko ye nata je ite la wato kono je wato be nyaton kala je men be nata je ye mutaje fo ila ni luwata talaban wala o muto ba.
Hani?
No.
So,
Dalilo soto.
But I have reasons.
yes, what are your reasons?
Mana muy daliloti?
Na mararo kono.
Under my stewardship,
Fengo fen tata min bitala operational site la.
anything happening on the side of operations,
Ngo ta ngadi na deputy la min Momodo Haidarati.
I handed that over to my deputy, who was Momodo Haidara,
Katu molo mi yalon ko ameta nunji.
because he was someone who had been there for a long time,
Adung ay jelon.
and he knows the place,
Adung ay molon jel.
and he knows the people
Safu
there.
ay nsafu ay jamalong ikonol.
I can say that he knows most people there,
Pasani doko ke sanji jama.
because he has worked with them for many years.
Ngaji kiko.
And I had to believe that
O atele sekeno moti mi yalon ko asen operational nyin handle.
he would be the person to be able to handle operations.
Katun ko ntemi mu nyaton koti.
Because me, despite being the head,
Be ngadula soto be responsible ni minna mi wolong administration onyit.
the place that I am responsible for is administration.
Wati do katara jele,
Sometimes I'm there,
wati do mantaraji.
other times I am not there.
Oto sai ninko doku eta nyama.
Therefore, if we say that the work should proceed,
Wajibu wala nga doku otala nyotem.
it is only right that we distribute the responsibilities.
Ba atele bente noma.
Since he was deputizing to
Ngaji
me,
kiko afana responsibility le soto.
I believe that he too has responsibility.
What responsibility wolo nyinti ko ay tra operational aside.
And that responsibility is that he be on the side of operations.
Atele be mol doku di la mol la miliyalon ko nyanta wo doku kela.
He would assign the responsibilities to the various people who will carry them out.
And I agree with you that
Sante ma wala
delegation of responsibility is very important.
Dogo nyin ka talantala mol tema kuma ya baga da dogo dulato.
But delegation of responsibility
Bari ka dogo di mola
does not absolve the delegator of that responsibility,
Omo-
of his
Omar-
own responsibility.
o mari nyi me yalon ka tela mu nyaton ko ma yitin ne kutandi ko aten lat fangola do ko menti anyan o manyana takela ka bodi ala fangola do ko ka di dola.
Do you agree?
Isonta wala map.
Sontala.
I agree.
And do you agree that as the head of the institution, in fact, you are a soldier, you know the doctrine of command responsibility, don't you?
Ko etela mu nyaton ko ti dinkira nyindo je wato andung hanu nyaaw nya fa mu soja rolti yalon ne ko nyaton ka do ko la talam bulo e katama nyame yalon.
Ah.
Yes.
And you knew that as the commander or as the superior, you are responsible for the unlawful conduct of your men in the official execution of their duties.
No yenyi lon ko tumala men le mari telem nyaron ko to dingira nyindo woto ita ila nyimu kan dunolti kaje ko ila do kulal men yalon ko be ko to jeto barol dol be kamen ke yalon kan luwa mantay pour waydang fo
Ha.
Yes.
And you know that it is your responsibility as their superior to prevent violations where you know they are about to be committed.
andung nyimu kam fan dunole fanande ko ni ko ku yaja ka abina kila je me yalon ko nyanta tinyala mbata tinyar kulem ila nyimu kan dunolde pour yebantambilo ko nyata kanake.
Ah.
Yes.
You also know that your failure to punish or bring to book your subordinates who commit violations would lead to responsibility on your part.
Yeah, in fana lonna ko nimbe kele kam boyolti ni ya tra ya mu nyol melan ko bido ko le koto ye kuge melan ko ani luwa manta andu manna kulwo le kan hanin kabi woduno nyimbe na murle ta mari le kan ite nyaton ko fo.
Yes. And as such,
o dalilo kan
whether you delegated responsibility to Haidara or not,
fo ye do ko di Haidara pura fana ya ke fa ma imake
ultimately
o baro nyaonya
you are responsible for the violations of the rights of the 50 Gambians who were detained unlawfully.
Mota lulol me yalon ko ila nyaton kay wicho nyingo ne menu narje maraje men luwa manta wala nyanta tinyame late kan aduno be tele kan.
Ani?
No.
Why do you say that?
Mune ya sabu yo fo.
Atum Haidara ya appoint ne ko inte appoint nyame.
Because Haidara was appointed the same way as I was appointed.
Ya appoint ne kama pour ay assist.
He was appointed to assist me.
So
therefore, if I am occupied in other areas, he too should also be doing some other, performing his duties at other areas. If I want to perform my administration duties, and also to take charge of operations, that will bring a failure to the institution. And I will not do that. Because that is not right. That was why I was appointed. And he was appointed.
Director of operation appoint.
And the director of operations was appointed, and other directors as well. So that they too will carry out their responsibilities and together will assist each other to move the work forward.
So your view is that because he is also appointed, you are not responsible as his superior for his misconduct in the line of duty.
I didn't say that.
What are you saying?
What I said is that when he is giving his assignments, it is proper that he does his job in the proper way. It is incumbent upon him to do his work as expected. If I become aware that he has failed to do his duties as expected, it will be incumbent upon me to take a stance on that issue.
That is precisely my point. You knew that these violations were happening at the NIA when you started there. You knew that?
What I was aware was that I was aware that someone was beaten in my presence there. I'm aware of that.
But that aside, you knew that the NIA was a place where people were being tortured. But I
heard it.
But let us not make things difficult. This is a fact that you knew. That is why you said you summoned a meeting of the leaders and told them you wanted that culture to stop.
Yes, I said that. I said that with a reason, because someone was beaten in my presence, which I did not like. And I don't want it to happen.
We agree with that.
And secondly, the detention that has been talked about, I was aware that there were some people who were being detained there. I don't know them and I have not seen them with my eyes. this is information that I got, that officials would have problems with private individuals, and then they would bring them in.
Let us not go back. Yes.
I advised them.
We noted what you said. You stopped all, you claim you informed them that all this misconduct must stop. All these illegal activities must stop.
The
inquiry now is what have you done to ensure that it has stopped?
What I did is, those that were our staff, each time they are performing their duties, I used to remind them that the work that they do, they would be accounted for. And the work that they do, they should also know that they are doing that to their own relatives.
In essence, you constantly remind them of their responsibilities.
Yes.
Have you ever examined the detention register to see whether people were being unlawfully detained or not?
Inana ka nyimbuko nyinga ni detention register ni ka mol to sa da me menare pour etara Morocco no inana ka yelele yakono jube banka lo mol nanga mo me ye na de jang pour ke sindi jeba
nene ma woke. I never did that.
Okay, now I am telling you, just a moment. Now I am telling you, we would come to that. Now I am telling you that upon examination of the detention register by us, we have discovered that at least 50 people have been unlawfully detained during your time as Director General. How do you react to that?
It will surprise me.
But it would not have surprised you if you had looked at the book.
I never opened that book to look at it, but I had a report that came to me on a daily basis.
So, after man la fi moy ni wati kare kije ni mo tata mo at I was stage min tambito wala wota be kala ni jakalole.
And I told them that I give them a specific time which no one should be detained above. And if there was anyone that was detained beyond that time I gave them, that would surprise me. Well, I can, just a moment. I can give you the book to see for yourself. So you can see those who've been unlawfully detained. I do not dispute that. That what is in the book is not there. I do not dispute that. But what I want to clarify here is that the one that writes on that book is under someone. But that is neither here nor there. The important thing here, Mr. Baaji, is that during your time, people continued to be unlawfully detained at the NIA. I'm not aware. Well, the thing is, this book would have easily told you that people were still being unlawfully detained. You did not look at it. I didn't take the book because that was the work of other people, but I got reports on a daily basis. There were people responsible for that sector.
So, ni momo overstate
If anyone overstayed,
through the book,
even if I did not go through the
because
book, I should have been aware, because the one who writes in the book, if I told people we are doing their work as expected, or if we all decided to do our work as expected, if any detainee stayed for a long time, I should have been aware.
Proceed.
Anyone that stays there for a long time, then I should have been informed.
Mr. Baaji.
But if at all that happened,
I agree with you. You should have known. You should have known. But you did not make the effort to know. If you had done the effort to know, it's quite easy and very obvious. Because the book is here.
What I want to put to you, this book that you have is a past book. Today, if you want any record, they can bring it. But every day I was there, there's an activity. The same way they have their responsibilities, recording. I also have my responsibilities the same way. That's why, if I want to take that responsibility, going there every day.
Did you understand your responsibilities as Director General?
Fo kake korda tiyo manda kake nyaton koti NIAJ fo yela doko ni yalon ne bang ya fahamle mamila doko
Yes. What was your work?
Mamila doko ti
na doko follow ka doku dulani ka samba.
First off is to take manage the institution. Let me make it a whole lot easier. Did you realize that you had administrative responsibility of the institution? Yes. Did you realize that you had supervisory responsibility over the work of the agents and elements of the NIA? Yes. Do you realize that you had responsibility to ensure that your staff did their work properly? Answer the question.
Who are responsible for that?
Answer the question. Do you know that you had responsibility to ensure that your staff did their work properly?
Yes.
And that if you fail to do that, you would ultimately be responsible for the failures of your staff. You know that?
No.
But you told me that you are a soldier. You know the law of superior responsibility and command responsibility.
Yes.
And you know that for your men, you are responsible for their illegal conduct if you are aware that they're going to do it and did not stop it, or they did it and you did not punish.
I accept it. I said it.
And equally, you are head of the NIA, and they were still illegally detaining people.
And hanin kabi o nyaaw nyaafana itele kordatio di NIA je ila do kulan yimene an ko be koto itententa ka bara sifal ke kamol mutaje ke sindi je menni loi manta o tententa janu itele nyaaton koti.
That is what I am telling you. I wasn't aware.
I am telling you that you did not take the steps to find out.
I took steps.
What steps did you take?
Because there was someone that I gave that responsibility to. And that person I gave that responsibility had someone who was assisting him.
So as far as you are concerned, once you have delegated the responsibility to somebody else, your responsibility is complete. It's finished.
No.
So what are you telling us?
What I'm telling you is that the people that I gave responsibility to, I kept reminding them what their responsibilities were. And also what I want them to do. If they fail to do it, I am aware, I will take action. But if I am not aware, I cannot do anything about it. Because I also believe that the work that I was given, they gave it to me
let us not
so that I go ahead and do it.
Let's not expand it too much. I agree with you that knowledge is absolutely important. But what the first point I tried to make to you is you did not make an effort to find out. Because the easiest you mentioned, when a person comes, it is registered. You are registering in because you want to monitor. Correct or not?
Yes.
Exactly. But did you monitor? Did you check the book, the record for the monitoring? Did you check it?
What I said,
did you or did you not? We have to make progress. This little point is keeping us here. So answer the question.
What I want, the person responsible for that is there.
Okay. So you did
responsibility
not...
My responsibility is to inquire from him.
Okay.
Whether he was performing his duties as expected.
Thank you very much. But beyond that, did you check this?
I had my list.
Okay, just like I have my list. Did you ever check that the list was correct? Did you ever...
I looked at my list. I never went to the book. I take what is presented to me.
So you never checked whether what you were given was correct?
Yes, I did that.
But you just told us you never checked the book.
Ask me how I did it.
Tell us.
Sometimes when I come early to work in the morning, sometimes I go around and check. And I try to confirm whether the list that they gave me is this number of inmates that are actually inside.
And then?
I
confirm, that's what I'm saying.
But the question is, do you check whether they are illegally detained?
Do you
confirm?
was unlawfully detained.
You check to confirm that the...
Atunko na dalilo mo nyinete ko. Mo manya na tarlaje min tambita 72 hours.
I never did that because my reason was no one should be there for more than 72 hours.
But you would agree with me that unfortunately, you did not check whether they were there for more than 72 hours. Yes, you did not check whether they were in fact detained there for more than 72 hours.
Fula, sorry.
I looked at it.
Well, you could not huff and puff at the same time. You told us you did not look at it. You told us that when you took your list, you only checked who was there. So
when I take my list, and it shows me that these are the number of people detained, when I come, I don't consult anyone. I go there myself to confirm which type of people are here, how many people are here. I do that to confirm really that the list that I was given is the actual.
Mr. Baaji, I accepted that you said that. The point here is, you did not check whether those people on the list, whether they were unlawfully detained or not. But just
my own observation, I took it that it was in line with the law because I did not believe that anyone was detained for more than 72 hours.
Well, if you made an assumption, clearly your assumption is wrong. It's wrong.
Anyway, based on the records that I had, those that were forwarded to me, nothing is there or was there that showed me that there was anyone who was detained beyond that time.
Mr. Baaji, I haven't manufactured the documents.
Mr. Baaji,
I accept.
This is your book.
Sonta.
I accept.
Agency.
And it is your book that shows the date of arrest and detention and the date of release. And you can easily tell that some people were detained for months without release or without being taken to court. And that is unlawful. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. Just, I will give you a chance. I'll give you a chance, but let's just answer the question. All right? So what I am trying to show you is as follows. That list which you took and you looked around as to who was there and how many detainees were there. You did not check whether their detentions were still lawful. Do you agree that or you don't agree? If you agree, we move on. If you disagree, we revisit it until we arrive at a logical conclusion. Let's make it easy. Speak the truth.
I accept that what you are saying, Anyone that is detained there is on the record. It can be something that happened. But I want to show you this. Some people could be there. When I was selecting, at the time that I was accepting the appointment, they had been there for a month already. Or they would have been there for 2 or 3 weeks already. So, if such instances happened, and if you put all of them together, it will affect me. And this could have been the case.
No. Mr. Baaji. Okay, let's do it painstakingly. In August, you are Director General, correct?
Director General. Tonya.
Yes. Rohiyatu Fadia was arrested 23 October 2008.
Yamuta August Karo Tilmuangani Saba 2008.
You are Director General at the time, correct? Correct?
Yes.
He was detained for 7 days. Released on 30 October 2008.
October 2008.
That was unlawful. You agree?
Yes.
So this is not put on you. This is not something that happened before your time, and it is put on you.
Manke me ya lonko nyinna maro ngai memvo manke me ya lonko ya le kanne ka foko itarta je le jannite bina makamo nyintala palaso nyintala.
You agree? Let's just answer the question.
Isonda nyini ngaro nyinjabiro.
Okay, good.
Take that.
Ibrahim Marong. I'm just giving you examples. Was arrested 6 November.
Ibrahim Marong November
2008.
2008
You are Director General. He was released after 2 months. In January 2009.
2009
So you see his arrest and detention, it's not lumped onto your plate.
It
happened under your watch. Yusufa Kaur was arrested 2nd November 2008.
November 2008.
Detained for 20 days. Released 22nd November.
November
2008.
2008
Unlawfully detained. You agree?
I wasn't aware of that.
Well, your book says he was arrested and detained.
Yes, I don't dispute that. What I'm saying is that I am the one who wasn't aware.
You see, it is easy to sit here and say, I am not aware of it. But you see, you are responsible for what happened at the NIA during this period.
Yes, but
the thing is, we cannot explain, interpret that.
What I'm not aware, I will say I'm not aware because I do not want what happened to me to happen to others.
Well, you can say that, but what I am trying to put to you is this was your tool. It was your tool to monitor. You agree that if you had looked at it, you would see that illegal detentions were happening. You failed to look at it.
No.
Did you look at it?
I got records.
The question is there. The question.
Adum buko fana mimbije amankentela fonkoti kana buko nyin check. Mole be responsible in buko la min tata fo ay mo jamasi.
It wasn't my responsibility to be checking the book. There were several people whose responsibilities were to check the book.
Mr. Baaji.
Mr. Baaji.
Did you check the book or did you not check the book?
Buko nyin ya jube la bang fo ima jube.
Buko nyi ma jube na fo le kabrin follow dula nte kuma fo la min man soto ma jube nko e ka listo le prepare.
Do you agree that if you had looked at the book you would have seen that people still continued to be illegally detained?
So ibe sonna nyimmale ko ning ayatara buko nyi ya jube lanu iba be seneyale ma iba lon nala ko hanin kabi ibe mol mutakan janne luwanta yakan.
What's the soto no?
Yes, that could be.
Wobe Keller.
As a soto no?
Could be.
Ntela woman can tell a phone call to Purungana Nabuko Jube, because more fana beje milna doko moti.
It's not my responsibility to come and look at the book.
Why were you asking for reports?
Report?
Well, you told the commission that you used to receive reports about who was detained.
Those reports
were there, and it's not only me, because that is a practice I found there.
Why were you asking for those reports?
Confirm how many people were there.
Don't you think that you could have also gone to the book to confirm?
I believe that what is on the book is what reflected on the list.
And you would agree with me that you never bothered to go to the source to find out whether it is true or false.
Well, that would be difficult. For the reason that there were people under me whose responsibility it was to do that. If I became suspicious that they weren't doing their work as expected, I will get up and go there and check it just as I do on
seasoned officers or experienced people.
But these were seasoned and experienced officers.
Just allow me to ask follow-on questions. Otherwise, we won't end.
Okay.
You accepted that these seasoned officers were also unlawfully detaining people.
Bari yen kala mutale fana ko nyimol me alon ko do kulale me beje me lon do soro ifana mu mole me alon ko tentendal ka mol mutaje luwanta yakan.
That's why you wanted to stop it.
Wala ya sabu ite fa wala kunne wala ka ko nyindang.
True or false?
O nya fa fania.
Motije nte safono minna kare mo natina ja lande amal lande dalil kan.
There is no one that I can point to say that he has brought in someone and detained that person without any reason.
Just a moment. Just a moment. But you knew that was happening.
It used to happen.
Adum kabinat wala kita na force fan ko te address di ngaminke ka tandi ko malla fi woku sifa laji.
And when I came, that was my first address that I made.
So ni woku sifa so to woto abekelante jakaloleti.
So if such practices continue there, that would be a surprise to me because I do not expect such things to happen.
My point is you did not do what you should have done in order to know whether it was happening or not.
I did it.
You did not look at the book.
Yes, I did not look at the book.
Because the
book, it's on its own, and my records are on their own.
And you did not check whether your records were correct or not.
Okay.
Yes.
How did you do it?
This is what I just explained here.
But what you explained here is you went around and you checked who was detained there. correct?
Come again with the question.
You checked who was detained at the NIA.
Ya jube ka long jumala be Morocco no NIA je.
You also checked the numbers of people who were detained there.
Ya jube fanan ka long mo jelle be Morocco no NIA je.
You told us you did not check whether the detentions were illegal.
Ye infonye ko e ma jube ka long fo mo men be Morocco no je fo fo ani loi tata la ban.
True or false?
To nya fa fania.
I said that.
Exactly.
Better.
So that goes to the point that you did not do anything to find out whether the detentions were unlawful.
Wotata fo tembere waya itandi ko e man buko nyin jube ka long mol men be Morocco no fo ila maroni ye mro men kela jam fo ani loi tata la ban fani loi manta.
I did not say book.
Okay.
I said you did not do anything to find out whether the detentions were unlawful or not.
Imanta iman silota ka long ko mol men be Morocco no je fo ani loi tata la ban fani loi manta.
You checked for two things, you did not check for the third thing. You looked at who was there and how many people were there.
No.
Listen, Mr.
Baaji.
I'm listening to you.
Let's go over again. I won't tire. We would get the answers. You said you took your list. You checked who was detained there, correct?
Yes.
You checked how many people were detained there. Correct?
Yes.
You told us that that is the only thing you did. You did not check whether their detentions were unlawful.
That's what I'm saying. That is the responsibility of others. Because there were people who were responsible for that.
Operational aspect.
I wasn't responsible for the operational aspects. Because I had other commitments which were different from that.
Administration what did you find sometime?
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Council. Could you assist us by asking the witness to slow down his too fast and
could you speak? Could you give us? Could you answer in short tranches so that they can interpret? Mr. Baaji, hold a second. I understand everything you've said. You are telling us that you did not check whether the detentions were unlawful. Because that responsibility was given to someone else. Is that what you are saying?
Because ibe molle koto miliyalon ko atata fo mo saba fo mo nani mil bebe responsible ni because jannabe futalante ma anyanta tala ni wollel.
It's not just one individual, because there were several people who were responsible for that. And before that report comes to me, there are 3 individuals which it passes through before getting to me.
Be responsibility ka make soko mo bodulato at that particular day ya lonko karibijan ado anyi wati nangam lekeje janni abe futalante.
And it is the responsibility of those people to know who was there and for how long.
Not at the far futata certain level mi ya lonko is beyond wato mine nyanta talaje itola duty lon ka taninako nyin state jane fo nyi wati.
And if any detainee should overstay the required time, it is their responsibility to inform me of that fact. If things were happening that way and I did nothing about it, then I would accept that I am responsible for that. But they were there carrying out their responsibilities, just as I was also hired and I am carrying out my responsibilities. If people fail to do their responsibilities as expected, and I want to take their responsibilities, add it onto my own, I don't think that is fair to me.
Ninga kalamuta ko ibe more than 72 hours, I'll make sure ko ye samba ko walang ye be.
If I was aware, or if I know that they were there for more than 72 hours, I will give instructions for them to be taken to the courts or to be released.
Because
Because that is incumbent upon me.
But
what about if I wasn't aware?
Responsible directly.
And there are people who were responsible for that, not me. There are many departments within the agency there.
I am giving you the chance to answer, so make sure that your answers are concise, because if you want to jump into other things, it makes it...
After me for the wall on Yintiko, amanko dula dron lekela nadulati mi yalanko, nado ko tilinta jetoranet.
What I want to say is that that is not the only place where I am concentrated in regards to my work.
So,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to read out from a statement for you. This is the statement of Lamin Kabu. We were going to come into that later. But your answer has compelled me to bring this issue up now. Okay? And this is what Lamin Kabu has to say.
Lamin Kabu, I meant for.
He says he was taken to the NIA. We would come to the issue of his torture and how you handled that. And be rest assured that here we would be fair to everybody. Where you have done things correctly and properly, it would be recorded and noted that you have done things correctly and properly. But where you have made mistakes, whether deliberately or not, we would also bring it out. There is no bias here. All we're looking for is truth and justice. And this is what this person said. Let me take it a bit from behind and then we'll talk about it. This Lamin Kabu was brought to the NIA. And perhaps I just want to take it from a convenient point. He said, okay, that same evening we were visited by the then IGP Ensa Baaji, who in the presence of accused persons and NIA top bra stated he was informed by Bunsane about the incident.
You are going first.
Okay, so. I'm sorry. He said that same evening, we were visited by then Ensa Baaji, who in the presence of all the accused persons and the NIA top brass, stated he was informed by Bunsane about the incident, and that as IGP, he took it upon himself to see and hear from the horse's mouth, should in case he is asked tomorrow. After looking at my body, he asked the DG Baaji, who did this to me? And he said it was Mor Job, Jim Drame, and their boys. Is that true or false?
It's false.
There's no truth in it.
So you're telling us that Jesus Esa Baaji did not come to NIA headquarters.
Jesus Esa Baaji amanna NIA.
Abitala NIA watu wamina ma kalamuta.
The time that he went to the NIA, I wasn't aware.
Ma kalamuta.
I wasn't aware. What happened there, what was said there, I wasn't aware.
Did you see Jesus?
Where Jesus Jelaba?
Esa Baaji at NIA headquarters.
NIA la Cordabar.
No.
Okay. But do you know, okay, let me take it differently. Do you know that Lamin Kabu was tortured at the NIA?
Bariya nyilon nako Lamin Kabu ya tajire yale NIA.
Ha.
Yes.
Did you set up an investigation to find out who tortured him?
Inara na kafo londi lebanka ko kisikizika lon jumala ya tajire ya.
Yanimbo kafo londi la.
Before I set up that
answer the question. Did you?
Hani.
No.
Do you feel that it was your obligation to do so?
Yes, I wanted to do it.
But you did not do it.
Dalil kang?
For a reason.
What reason?
When that happened to Lamin Kabo,
deputy command.
I called my deputy.
All staff in the NIA headquarters.
All the staff at the NIA headquarters.
Immediately.
All of them were called and asked to come to the ground.
Immediately.
And I put it to them that what I saw today, it never happened in the agency since I took over. Why would it happen today? I would not accept that from anyone. What happened to this guy? If it happened to any one of our relatives, we wouldn't like it. This is not something that I will entertain. I'll make sure that anyone responsible for this would not stay in this place anymore.
We underline that.
No,
proceed.
Here.
And I also made them aware that this is the first that happened under my tenure. Let it be the last. Let it not happen again.
Mr. Baaji, I am prepared to accept what you've said. All right? And the investigation is ongoing. If there is further information about these things, you may be called again to answer. I am not disputing that you spoke to the NIA officers. I have no evidence to the contrary. But you did not investigate who did it.
I did not investigate. Okay. And it's a clear thing that I did say. But I was aware that someone's name was mentioned. And I made sure that the person whose names were being mentioned to be there, present, and clear what I wanted to say to them, and I was prepared to follow. I was prepared to make a follow-up, but I was not given the time to make the follow-up. But before I started the follow-up, I found myself in a place where I was not, I did not believe I would be in.
That is your theory. But we would come to that. But what I am trying to show is you had an obligation to do something. You agree that you had an obligation to conduct an investigation, and as you have said, to make sure that the persons responsible no longer work here. You did not do that. You agree? Whether you had time or you did not have time, you agree you did not do it.
The time is incumbent on me, but I did not have the time to do that.
And how soon after that were you removed?
I what is sutunta?
Short while after.
Atunko ngaji ko.
How long?
I believe that.
I what jelelta tenni be
Ma fenke.
1 month?
Curriculum?
Assassino.
2 months?
It could be a month or less.
2 months?
Because after I said that, I believe that was the reason why I was removed.
Okay, all right. Lamin Kabu was arrested on 3rd June. You were removed in August. You did not do anything in June. You did not do anything in July. Until the end of August when you were removed. 3 months.
No.
Well, okay. What did you do?
After the incident.
Don't tell us you called the meeting. You've already told us.
I'm under someone.
Who?
That is the president. I made sure that he's aware of what was happening.
And what did you do? What did you do?
Told him that.
How did you inform him?
Of what happened? I called him.
And what did you tell him?
I told him that
Lamin Cabo molo mi yalonko abe dokuara drug squad.
Lamin Cabo is an agent of the drug squad.
Mi yalonko telling a request from our authority.
That I personally requested him for him from his authority.
Request me yalonko abotana na deputy lema mimbe in charge of operation.
That request came from my deputy who was in charge of operations.
Ya sambana ya.
And he was brought to me.
In the presence of my deputy, they
brought him to me, and in the presence of my deputy, I asked him, "Is this the person that you're looking for?" And he said, "Yes."
Anila DG.
And they are DG, who was Bunsane. I told Bun, these are the people who need him to question him. I left there and went for a security meeting.
State House.
At the State House.
And what happened afterwards?
What meeting last State House?
When I left that meeting from the State House,
Nata office.
I came back to the office. When I got to the office, as soon as I opened my door, Boone called me. And he said, "Do you see what your people have done to me?" I said to him, "What have they done?" And he said to me, "Where are you?" And I told him, "I'm inside the office." And he told me, "I am coming."
Let's summarize it.
Okay.
I was there, then he came. When he came with Lamin Cabo, I saw Lamin Cabo and I did not believe.
What did you see?
The state of his body. He was beaten.
By who?
I don't know who. Because I wasn't there. I was at the State House.
Okay. Just hold a second. Lamin Cabo testified. He said he was beaten so badly at the NIA. He had to run away naked.
Sorry.
All the way to their office. At Buckle Street. Naked. And that's how he was brought back to your place.
When he was returning back, I did not see him naked. He came with
yes, people gave him clothes to wear.
But I saw his body.
Did you dispute, or do you dispute that he was tortured by your people at the NIA?
Ibalanta nyinna la ko ila molle ali pa NIA.
Nte balanna nko aman dianye nko le foten aman dianye katu nakitan dum fangola wala kata mokote nata diana.
I cannot deny, but that was not pleasing to me because if it had happened to my own child, I wouldn't have liked it.
So you said you reported the matter to the president?
Yes.
Did you tell the president that he was tortured by your men at the NIA?
Oh, yen for president when ko ila mole ila do kulal wala abute NIA.
Hako.
Yes. What would I hide?
Did you tell the president you were going to launch an investigation as to who did it and have the person punished?
For president when ko ibe kisi bunda londa ko nyina nanu momo be maral nga ko nyina iba jela ko mari nye kulu wala kan.
Huh?
Yes.
What did he say to you?
I muna foe.
You are under oath.
He said, I'm the one who is going to take the decision. He said he's the one who is going to take the decision.
This is vague. Let's tell us exactly what he said. The name of the person who was going to make the decision.
No, means I'm answerable to authority, well, on the president.
The one who can take care of that, I was answerable to the president.
What did Yaya Jammeh say to you?
Yaya Jammeh, I muna foe.
Wolo nyintiko mimbenka wolo nga fight.
He said to me, my duty is to inform him.
Atandala mune benkono.
To tell him what was happening.
But I'll respond towards me, ma force no wal I wouldn't.
But I cannot force him to give him his response.
I am confused. You told him that you were going to investigate and make sure that the person who did it is punished.
Yes.
Iko ye infaye ko ibe ko kiskisi kafo londa ko ko nyina ya ko kiskisi andu ibajela ko momo moron nimbe maral nga ko nyina ka ko ke ibajela ko mare nyi ye busola kan ya kulu.
What did he say to you?
Ay muna foye
ngole foye woto aman jabir dinna.
That's what I'm telling you. At that instant he did not give me any response. Why he did that, I don't know.
So all these things you said, he did not say them.
I told him what was happening, but he did not give me any response to direct me as what to do.
That. So did you end that conversation believing that you should do what you thought is right?
O ijikita nyinna lako kabri na yo kachake ko ijikita nyinna lako ibnyana kukela me alon ko wala nyanda kake.
Mi wajibi atam fi ngaji nyami wala nyinti ko me fanga fenkela nyanta make sure ko ngakala mutandal.
What was incumbent upon me was to make sure that whatever I did, I kept him abreast.
Because atelbe marading bankol.
Because he was the one who was running the and I was under him.
Okay.
My responsibility is to inform him of what was happening and what my intentions were.
So when you brought out your intentions to him, he did not stop you, did he?
Yes, I saw it as an obstacle.
How?
Because if he was someone who was interested, he would have told me to simply go ahead.
But he simply did not say anything.
Yes, but he should have given me the authority to go ahead.
So you believe, you are now telling us, you did not do anything because you believed Yaya Jammeh stopped you.
No.
What are you telling us?
What I'm saying is that before I do anything,
incident happened
since at the time that the incident happened, I called him and I told him, and that was incumbent upon me. I told him instantly that this was happening. And this is my intention. He was the one responsible for me. I was under him. I informed him for the reason that he gives me the go-ahead to do what I wanted to do.
Did he give that go ahead?
No, he did not give me.
And did you feel constrained to anything because he did not give you that go ahead?
I wasn't happy.
You weren't. Why were you not happy?
What happened?
I
wanted to do something to serve as a deterrent for any person who comes after who would want to do such behavior. I had this belief that if I did not take any action at that point in time, if someone else were to do the same kind of thing later on and I want to take action, I'll be accused of being biased.
No problem.
This was my problem.
And that was your only reason for not doing anything.
More to understand.
I don't understand.
Because
you said you did not get approval from him. That's why you did not.
I'm under someone. I did not appoint myself in that position.
Finally, report inform la force before anything.
It is my duty to ensure that whatever action I took, since I was going to report to him finally, I informed him before.
But you told us a little earlier that you could not do anything because you were removed. So,
yes. Yes.
So now the answer is changed.
No. No.
Because
before that time came,
within a period
within that period, I was removed.
So,
no. Mr. Baaji,
yeah?
You were there for 3 more months before you were removed. You were there for 3 months. If you wanted to do something, you would have done something. You did not.
I wanted to do something.
Okay.
I did not get the approval.
Okay. Mr. Kabu continued to say that he was kept in the cells. Whilst under detention, there came a man named Alaji Sajo on hospital bed with drips. And his legs were on a bandage. He told me it was Jim Drame who shot him in an attempt to remove Ansumana Fati's clothes from the lodge he was staying.
Jim Drame wala abunga singoto nyin kamal wata lafta Jim Drame la Ansumana Fati bondi la lojoto kala bondo bande joni bondi ala lojoto.
Is this true?
Fanyi mutonya ala dondiko fanyi mutonyaldi.
Wato mina basu la makalamta.
At the time that he was shooting him, I wasn't aware.
It appears a trend is coming that you want to hear no evil, you want to know no evil, you want to see no evil.
Munta kolka findina nyama munta mulunda mfele ko ite malafika kuma moyi malafika fellong malafika kuma moyi.
Hani?
No.
Min bije nga trend minta wala nyinti ko ku jamal bije miliyalon ko ni ba keka ite lafila ngalo.
The trend I found there was that there are many things that happened there which they never wanted me to be aware of.
Let me proceed. I was under this horrible condition until one day when DG Baaji was passing by. I called his attention and told him I have been unlawfully, that they have unlawfully kept us for weeks. Without no just cause. He came up to the door of the cell and said I should know how to talk to him. I told him, telling you nothing but the truth. And then came one Lamin Mane who asked me to shut up. That too is false.
He didn't speak the truth. Because he took an oath. Just as I took an oath. What is very clear to me is this. The condition that he was, what happened to him did not please me. And I am aware the same way he felt it. I felt the same because if it had happened to
you should know how to address it.
That never happened. But Mr. Baaji, what you just said can't be correct.
Mr. Baaji,
you brought him to the NIA, correct? You asked that he be brought to the NIA.
Yes.
You handed him over to your deputy.
What we have hand over la DG be lori ne deputy be lori.
I am not asking that. The question is, you handed him over to your deputy. True or false?
False.
So how did he? You were there.
Yes.
With Bunsane, the Director General for Drug Law Enforcement.
Yes.
And the arrested person was there, Lamin Kabu. Didn't you just told us a while ago that you asked that he be taken away by your deputy for interrogation. Is that true?
I requested that he be brought in.
Request can go. Namole nata yako. Ibera doko ke wato mine obstruction.
I did that because I got a report from my agents that while they were performing their duties, he obstructed them. And that resulted in their failure to achieve their aim.
As far as Nimu security officiality.
What I told them is that as far as he's a security officer...
let's not expand the issue. I ask you a discrete question. But just a moment. Mr. Baaji, we would be 100, we would make an effort to be 100% fair to you. But the important thing here is that we must bring out the truth. You told us a little while ago that you asked the Bunsane to bring Lamin Kabu. And you told us you instructed that he should go with the deputy, your deputy, for interrogation. Is that true or false?
It is true or false?
You told us that. Is it true or is it false?
What I said is this. I called Bunu and informed him that my deputy came to me and accused this guy of obstructing them. I told Bun what was happening. Bun came with this individual.
Okay.
With Lankabu. I called my deputy. I asked him, is this the man you are requesting? And he said yes.
Yes.
Then I told Bun, I told Bun that this guy obstructed my officers yesterday as they went out on operations. And he said to me, I'm aware, I was given that information.
But isn't that what I just told you?
But
Mr. Baaji, listen. Just answer the questions.
Because
Because if you want to go back and narrate all sorts of things again, we just spend too long here. It's not necessary. What you've just said is what I just said to you.
I want to
narrate exactly what happened. I don't want to accuse anybody.
Did you ask Haidara to go with Lamin Kagbo for interrogation?
Ye kanindro ke Lamin Haidara la bang pour anil Lamin Kabu yeta pour nyinin karol ninjabiro yeta kun inate ma bang.
Woketale kabringa confirmation from Bun.
That happened after I had a confirmation from Bun.
Exactly. All right? But that day, Lamin Kagbo was with your people.
Lamin Kagbo anila abela molle bulu.
Yes, I said I left him there and I went away.
And that day, you came back and discovered that he was badly tortured.
Yes, I accepted that and I said it.
Okay. And Lamin Kabu was released after 14 days.
Lamin Kabu inarana bula tiltani nani kola.
Yes.
Was that lawful?
It's unlawful.
Exactly. And you knew it.
And we all on it.
Honey?
No.
Okay, I'll leave it at that, Mr. Chair. I just move on. Because if the witness does not want to know it, he simply does not want to know it. So let's leave it and we move on. The commission would make its findings on the basis of the information that is already available. All right? You were removed from the NIA 3 months after the Lamin Kabu issue.
Anyway, ma konte.
I did not check.
Count it.
After Lamin Kabu.
But I knew that I was removed after the Lamin Kabu incident.
You were removed end of August 2008.
August 2008
Yes.
And Lamin Kabu was arrested in June.
Sorry, August far.
It was not at the end of August.
August followed la.
It's at the beginning of August.
You have your redeployment letter.
You
would give that to me during the lunch break. Okay. Let's go to the heart of the reasons why you were called to testify.
Okay.
Do you know why you were removed?
Well,
I believe that the stance I took
agency
to operate or to administer the agency, I believe that that was the reason. Because my time there
as DG,
as a DG, I did not allow anybody to bring anybody in there to be tortured. And I did not also allow anyone to take someone outside to be tortured. And I never got any report indicating to me that anyone has been tortured there.
Well, on that particular point, we just dealt with the Lamin Kabu issue. He was tortured.
That was the first.
Okay.
That was the first, and I said it.
And we just looked at the case of Alaji Sajo, who was shot by Jim Drame, and Alaji was brought to the NIA on a hospital bed. That is very dramatic, isn't it?
Not tenure as DG.
During my tenure as the DG.
I don't want a speech. Just answer the question.
There is no one who was issued a weapon. And it surprised me if he said that he was shot. There is no one there who can be declared to have been issued a weapon or to have been issued a weapon personally by me.
But it's common knowledge that NIA officers, many of them are armed.
It
was not during my tenure.
Okay. Pamoudou Fall testified before the commission.
Pamoudou Fall ye said and the commission on Yati Longajang.
He said that he was taken before Alaji Mor Job. And I quote what he said here. This is reported in Gambiana News. That is his testimony before the TRC. He said, I found a pistol on a desk in Alaji Mor's office. And I feared because I didn't know Alaji Mor. He told the commission. So it's common knowledge that NIA officers were armed. Many of them were. It would be shocking, as Director General, you did not know that. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that?
I don't agree.
Okay, we would move on. Let's leave it at that. All right. I have no evidence to suggest that you did not try to stop the violations.
I
will not dispute that unless I have evidence to contradict. But I have showed you that while you were there, regardless of what you did, violations still continue to happen. You agree with that?
The only violation that I was aware of is the one incident of Lamin Cabo.
And the 50 unlawful detentions?
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay. All right. The commission would check whether you did everything you should have or could have done to know. But you believe that you were removed because of the stance you have taken.
Yes.
And you, in fact, said in your statement, I served the army for almost 30 years, and all those who know me know that my yes is my yes and my no is my no. I felt my uncompromising stance and refusal to be a tool for human rights violations led to my redeployment back. You agree that's your statement?
Yes.
And that you continue to say that anything that is legal is right and whatever is illegal is wrong. As if that is not enough, They felt that the only way to cage me is to frame me up in a coup. That's your statement.
Yes.
Tell us about those allegations of coup d'etat. Perhaps, Mr. Chair, I think it's going to 2 now. Perhaps we should stop it here and proceed with him after the break.
Fine, thank you, Council. We will take the lunch break and come back at 2:40.
Thank you.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.